don't know why. But hi friends, we're going to have a great, fantastic day today as we play Dungeons and Dragons. Yay!
Yay!
That's the way I talk when I'm pushing way too many buttons at one time to try to keep up with stuff. And I can hear way too much music in my ears, which means that maybe the audience can hear way too much music, but I don't care. All right. Well, let me hop into the recap from the last session, because we ended on a tense moment last week, but we'll get into that. When we last met, our hero stood in the quiet alley of Dutch Street, having successfully photographed crucial documents from Dick Strongthorn's courier. With the weight of the revelations in their very hands, they decided to head to Wohop, a nearby restaurant, to review the images. In the bustling lunchtime crowd of Wohop, they encountered tourists occupying their usual booth, but Frankie, using her wit and charm, managed to persuade the tourists to move, reclaiming their familiar spot. As they reviewed the photos, Vash and Amber discovered key documents: gala tickets in the name of Eric Smite, and operations named Deep Impact, Big Swing, and Iron Rod. The investigation of each of these revealed that Deep Impact involved Dick Strongthorn's investment in an AI system called Deep Force that's been used for corporate espionage and blackmail. The data center for this AI is located at 50 Trinity Place. Big Swing contained a copy of Frankie's birth certificate, photos of Central Park, and cryptic coordinates that led to key locations of Dick's office at One World Trade Center, Central Park near the Shanu Tree, and Times Square, a hub of anti-magic influence. Last but not least, Iron Rod referred to a cryptocurrency called Firmbit, but that was all they were able to find out there. As tensions rose, it was found out that Coley had a connection to Valerie. This caused Vash to flip the table in a fit of rage. The group was able to calm the situation, and Vash and King Gizzard left for answers and to calm down, and Vash went to his old apartment. Just to get away, I imagine. In the apartment, though, they encountered a hulking figure rummaging through Vash's belongings. A brief scuffle ensued, revealing the intruder to be Ludo, a familiar face. This leads us to tonight's session. Will Frankie get fired for causing a fight in Wohop? Will Vash lose his deposit on his apartment for breaking the wall? Will the crew ever learn how to use airdrop properly? Only the dice will tell on tonight's session of... All right. We start with Vash and King Gizzard. You stand in the dimly lit room of Vash's old apartment. The air is thick with dust and the scent of forgotten memories. The room is cluttered with remnants of Vash's past experiments, cables, broken gadgets, and boxes strewn about haphazardly. Against the far wall, Ludo, a hulking figure in a black suit, stands restrained, blood trickling down his face, while King Gizzard holds him from behind. The crunch of the plaster still echoes in your ears as a testament to the force of the blow that King Gizzard used against him to break his nose. Ludo's eyes, blurred from his broken nose, dart around the room, trying to assess his situation. His breathing is heavy, and you can see the tension in his muscles as he struggles against Gizzard's hold. The atmosphere is charged, the silence punctuated only by Ludo's last words. "I came to talk anyways." As the gravity of the situation settles over you, the weight of unanswered questions presses heavily on your shoulders. The secrets hidden within Ludo's mind could hold the key to unraveling the mysteries that have plagued your journey. Every detail, every word exchanged in the next moments will be crucial. But instead, we're going to go to the girls down in Wohop.
Of course.
The commotion from Vash's sudden outburst and the crashing table has finally died down, leaving a tense quiet in the bustling Wohop. The lunchtime crowd has resumed their conversations, but hushed, noticeably hushed in the moment. Though you can feel curious and wary glances still directed your way every now and then. The scent of savory dishes waft through the air, a stark contrast to the tension lingering at your table. Frankie, Amber, and Coley, you sit now at the slightly askew table, trying to regain a sense of normalcy and help the table balance as it was literally ripped from the wall. You had forgotten about your food, and in the wake of Vash's dramatic departure, and it is now being delivered to you and to your table. Your usual corner booth, once a sanctuary of camaraderie, now feels like the center of a brewing storm. As you collect your thoughts and steel yourselves for the next step, the murmurs of the restaurant begin to fade into the background. What would you guys like to do?
I really didn't think we were gonna be up.
Same.
No.
I thought we had a little bit of time.
And action.
So, like,
Go to the guys.
what is everybody else doing? Like, are they still kind of looking at us, or like?
It's that kind of like, if you've ever been in a restaurant and like somebody gets into a fight, right? Like not
Never.
like necessarily physical, but like, you know, like, you fucked my sister. I know you did. Like that kind of a situation where it's all of a sudden calmed down now. Like they're talking and murmured, like people are kind of talking, but maybe they're listening, but it's kind of like in the background. Like you guys can give me a perception to see if anybody's really listening to you or not, but you can go for
Are
that.
there still cameras?
No, nobody has their cameras out on you now. It's died down. They've turned off their Facebook lives at this point. It's all good.
I would like to roll for perception just to kind of see like who is paying attention to us and who isn't, and like just what's going on.
Okay. Roll me a perception check.
I rolled an 18 plus 6 math. 24.
24. Okay. Let me see. For the most part, as you look around, people are kind of starting to pay attention. There are glances at you guys every now and then just to see if the tea and the gossip is about to start up. There is definitely, though, one old lady, like 2 tables over, that is clearly, like, listening in to whatever you guys say. She's full on just kind of like, you know, being the nosy old lady in the room kind of thing, of like trying to hear, and she's clearly like side-eyeing every now and then, just trying to see what's going on.
So she's just a nosy lady. She's not
Right, like, is she...
Roll me insight for that.
Amber, are you rolling that?
Yeah, 16.
With the 16, yeah, she's just a nosy old lady.
Okay, I mean, I think we should probably just go upstairs because last time we split the party, Bash died. And as much as this lady is just a nosy lady, I think maybe we should just leave the scene.
I agree with you. So I'm gonna go to the back and grab some like to-go boxes and pack up our food really quick and apologize profusely to my coworkers and just say, hey, like, I think it's best for us to leave. Like, I'm so sorry. Like, you know, we'll do what we can, but like, we're just gonna go. And so I'm gonna pack up our food.
Give me a either persuasion or performance check.
I mean, technically it's an 11 because I have a plus 10 in performance. So
Well, you're lucky that I don't technically do on a skill check. I don't do critical fails or critical success. So you're lucky in this case. Get the one out and get that plus 10 on it. Yeah, as you go back at the back, your boss is there and he's like, "You okay, Frankie? It's okay?"
yeah, it's okay. It's okay. I want to go make sure Vash is okay. And I think we've caused enough issues for today. Like I think it's best if we leave, don't you?
You know, it's fuck those motherfuckers out there. You do what you need to do. Like I'm here for you, but you're gonna be okay with like Vash isn't gonna try to hurt you guys, all right? You're
Nah,
okay. You're
no, no,
safe.
no, no. He's going through some shit right now. You know how it is. He's just big mad right now. But it's okay. We're good.
I did not think a string being like him could rip a table out of the fucking wall.
Man, big mad. You don't know what's in people, man. You don't know what's in people.
He's what they my cousin call wiry strong.
Yeah, he's sneaky strong.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Okay, I trust you, Frankie. Now, but you know, you need anything, we're here for you.
I appreciate you. I appreciate you so much.
Okay. All right. Well, don't worry about those motherfuckers out there. I got them. I'll take care of this stuff.
All right. Thank you. I love
Hey, do you need... No, don't worry. I got it. I'll take care of this stuff. You go. Get out of here. Get with your friends.
Okay. And so I'm going to come out of the kitchen with our stuff like bagged up and grab the girls and like we're going to head upstairs.
Okay. Yep. You guys are able to go out, and as you get to the door that goes upstairs, you realize it's locked.
For the record, I really don't like it when you're just sitting over there rolling as for transitioning. Sir, that's some bullshit.
I'm gonna pick that one.
I'm just a, you know, hey, look what this is. Oh, that's a thing. Oh, that just happened again. That's an 8. What was that 8 for? You'll never know.
Yeah.
Amber's gonna pick the lock. Okay.
Yeah, I already rolled 28. I think a door is just gonna stop the
Stared at the door and it unlocked
the door's
itself. It was like, I'm so
sparkles.
sorry.
Wham! Kick into it.
That was a nat 20, so yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't actually locked.
Yeah, the door
It was lying
locked.
the whole time. It wasn't really locked. It was just stuck.
In fact, it was slightly askew.
It was wide open.
It was a foot open.
Actually,
A
the
cat
door
ran
was
out.
completely closed, but the glass was gone from the inside of it, and it was a full glass door kind of situation. He just able to step through it. With a nat 20, I'm giving Amber her dues on this one. Like, Frankie, you go up to grab it, and it's kind of like locked in there. Like, all right, and you go over to look for like the buzzer to see if you can figure out which one is Vash's buzzer. And as you're doing that, you just hear a click, and the door open up behind you, and Amber goes, "Hey, it was unlocked."
You're so fucking useful, Amber.
Good again.
All right.
And we're gonna go find the Hello Kitty sticker.
Okay. You guys are going up the stairs, get to the top, to his floor. I think he's like 3rd or 4th floor, we were saying on that one. And you get to his Hello Kitty door, and it is wide open. And you hear kind of a little bit of like, you hear murmuring in the back room as you guys walk in. Or as you are in the hallway, you hear some talking in the back room.
I'm gonna like grab a knife and then like kind of duck behind Amber.
I am not good at a fight. I can hide, but I don't know that I can protect you.
That's fine.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna go in
All right.
and
You-
walk to the back room.
Okay, you walk into the living room, and yeah, you can kind of hear from the hallway just like, and you're able to walk up to the door that's closed in this hallway. Like, there's 2 doors. Well, there's technically 3 in my mind. There's one to the left, one to the right, one directly ahead, but that goes to a bathroom that's shared by both sides. So
Does it sound like they're like, are they still fighting, or does it sound like we're...
Give me an insight check.
I'm gonna try a different dice. Hold on. 19. That one's better.
You don't hear any like you don't hear a ruckus. So you're just hearing talking back and forth in that case. So you don't think they're fighting.
Okay.
But we can tell which door it's coming from, right?
Yeah, easily.
Okay, I'm just gonna open the door.
Okay. As you open the door, we cut back in time to King Gizzard and Vash in the middle of this fight that's happening on here. Time-wise, this is where the ladies are trying to get the table back in place. So we've now cut back in time to King Gizzard and Vash in this moment as the last words that came out, and we faded to black in the last session as King Gizzard has Ludo kind of held up. Ludo had said he was looking for Vash, and then he said, I came to talk anyways. And so now we leave it to King Gizzard and Vash in that moment.
All right, Ludo, so is this a conversation or a confrontation?
Ludo goes, depends on you.
I would say at this point I've got the upper hand, sir, so you tell me what you want. Otherwise, this can keep going the way it's going.
He just goes, I was looking for Vash.
Why? The last time anybody saw Vash, he got a knife in his back.
Roll me a persuasion or intimidation.
Ooh, yeah, well, the same.
I'm going to say with advantage, too, by the way. Just because you have them.
Thank you.
Before I hear your number and see your full reaction, because I saw you look down, and I was like, before I see whether he reacts good or bad to this.
Oh, that one's cocked. I gotta re-roll it.
That's what she said.
It was
So you know, if you want to, I do allow the alternate rule. If you want to roll like athletics for your intimidation, you can as well. Especially in this case, because you're like squeezing up on him. You're grappled.
That's also what she said.
Yes. That's 18. A whole nother operation. 18. Perfect. You kind of you feel him like he's been struggling against you, and he kind of like relaxes a little bit, and he goes, I didn't do that, and the last time I saw him was in the trash can, and when I went back for his body, it wasn't there.
Why were you going back for his body?
You're not there, man.
You're not there.
I thought we broke in. Are we not there?
Time.
You are back in time. We went back
Three
time
times.
travel wise. This is
We're
King
still at the
Vash.
table.
At a certain
King
point
Vash
in this
tables.
conversation, I will have the Sparkle Squad come in.
Okay.
Coming
I'm just
together.
saying Sparkle Squad would have handled this differently.
100%.
No, I'm just talking about.
But I gotta let the Smash Bros have something.
I know.
all right,
Coming
Ludo,
direct
look,
Nintendo Switch.
I've heard good things about you. I believe you have good intentions. Vash, tell me if I'm wrong.
First off, I have the sombrero disguise on, and for some reason, all of you keep calling me Vash. So it's,
I thought you had it off. No, last time you were like, fuck
last
it, I
time
don't
you said
care.
it was off because
Yeah,
it was
you took it off.
recharging.
oh,
Yeah.
I did take it off. Okay, so I did before we
Yeah,
went
you
in.
said you
Don't
didn't have it
yell
on
at us.
coming in here. Yeah.
Because the
How
whole
dare all of
thing.
you?
Okay.
Well, Ludo said he was looking for Vash, so I'm assuming he's like looking at me going,
He didn't
There he
see
is.
though, and then Jay just punched him in the face, and so his eyes. You ever been punched in the nose? You can't see after that.
get good, bro. Okay, so Vash just looks up and goes, I think he's fine.
All right.
I think you talked on the last one too. And you just
Mhm.
hear him go,
I literally said, let him go. He's okay. I watched it this afternoon.
okay.
All right, I'll let him go.
All right. As you let him go, you see him kind of like rubbing his eyes and stuff, and he pulls out like a handkerchief and wipes the blood off of his face. Reaches up.
As I let
Fixes
him go,
his
I'm
nose.
petting him on the back also. Just, you good, buddy? You all right?
He's like,
You okay?
He's like, I've had way worse. Fixes his nose. But yeah. Oh, I should. There we go. I'm Ludo now. There we go. I should have my Ludo picture up. Ludo. But he just like kind of fixes his nose in that moment. You hear it crunch back into place. Fixes his neck. And he's like, You alive, Vash?
Yeah, I think so. Why are you
You
looking
sound
for
too
me?
mean to be Ludo right now. I'm sorry. You need to get your Ludo voice back.
Ludo just got his ass kicked in, so like, I'd be
He was
pretty
being
upset,
choked.
too.
He was in fight mode. He like aggressive.
Don't be
You're
sad boy,
thinking
be
too
angry
much
boy.
Henry. There's a spectrum of
Henry.
like
We
cute
do
to
love
like
Henry.
this. Ludo is not as far over as Henry. Ludo is actually somewhat there. So
We've always
Oh,
I feel like
fine.
Ludo is way softer than Henry, but
wow.
wow,
What do
wow.
I-
That's what she said. No, anyways.
Start the counter. Okay.
Sorry.
oh, that's 4, maybe 3. That's 4.
Is it?
3 or 4.
I've already lost count.
Ludo, why are you looking for me?
Your body gone.
Well, my friends found me, so I didn't think I was gonna end up in the trash for too long. But honestly, I didn't expect to end up there at all.
My dead
What?
daughter.
Ludo, why'd you go back for him?
Vash don't deserve trash.
I appreciate that.
All I needed to hear.
But what happens when you have to go back to work? I don't have to go.
I was getting lunch.
Oh,
Pick
I'm
up
glad that you.
pick up dumplings for Dick.
Well, I'm glad you had time to pass by my trash bin.
No,
Have you gotten
no,
those
no.
dumplings yet, Ludo?
Ludo here for dumplings.
Oh,
Had to get
Oh.
dumplings. Thought maybe Vash at home.
oh. Yeah, I don't live here anymore. I
Okay.
came up here to.
But you live.
Yeah,
That good.
it's something.
What do you mean it's something?
It's something. Isn't that what most people say when they come back from death?
Yeah, I would say it would be good. Don't be ungrateful, motherfucker.
Oh, I apologize. It's good then.
Thank you. Love you too.
You're welcome.
And Amber, as you hear that, as you're opening the door, you hear, "It's good then," from Vash as he stands in front of you. And in front of you, you see to your left is Vash. As you preview, like, kind of look at this, you see to the right is King Gizzard, and then Ludo standing there in the middle of the room.
But I don't know what Ludo looks like, right?
No,
I've
you
never
don't
seen
actually.
Ludo.
Yeah, this is your first
We've
time.
never seen. Bash is the only one who actually knew who Ludo was.
That's true.
Yep.
That's a very good point. So you just see these two talking to this huge gray orc in a very nice suit, with a. Let me see something real quick. Yep, with a couple of drops of blood across on the white part of his shirt.
I'm still behind Amber. I'm just gonna take out my knife and just like kind of bend it over her shoulder and be like, "What's going on here?"
Guys,
fine.
meet Ludo.
This is fine. This is an ex coworker of mine.
One of the ones who murdered you.
Oh no. I think that I would have a much visceral reaction if that was the case. By the way, where's Coley?
I followed everybody up.
Well, we have.
She's taking up the
Hold on.
rear.
We have Amber. We have over Amber's shoulder with a knife. Frankie, can I see Coley?
Maybe I like peeking behind from the back of the door
It's
into
like the
the
worst
room.
Pixar moment ever of like the 3 Sparkle Squad standing in the door. No,
And we're
never.
usually successful because I'm invisible, not because
Right?
I'm the
Out-
shield.
out
so...
front.
This is a great conversation. I'm loving all this moment.
Thank you.
So, I just really quickly before we talk to Ludo, I just wanted to see if Coley is okay.
I'm fine.
Good. Ludo, so does Dick know that you're here getting dumplings?
He
You put the
knows.
request in?
He knows getting lunch.
Oh, good. Okay, great. We could probably help you with your dumpling situation.
A pickup order. DoorDash says
good.
ready, and you see him pull out a phone. Says ready in 4 minutes.
Oh, so statistically that stuff is mostly wrong. It's mostly estimations and the calculation doesn't actually work. But that's actually a good. Then we probably have a couple minutes to chat. So Ludo, these are my friends. I have friends, and here's all of them.
You just see him kind of hold a hand up and gently wave it back and forth, but doesn't say anything.
They were.
This is your coworker that works with Dick?
Yeah, so Ludo kind of is a pseudo Ludo. He pretty much helps out with Dick's security and whatnot. So he's very much ingrained there, but never caused any malice or. But again, to Gizzard's point, why are you here looking for me? Just to check in, even though you know that I died?
No. Ludo go back after Dick go bed for Vash body. Vash deserved buried.
I appreciate that.
And Vash body not there.
I actually have it in my will that I get recycled, but buried would have worked as well.
I don't read wills.
Oh, okay, that's fair. It's probably hidden anyways. I don't even remember where I put it. It's probably in my backpack. So.
Okay.
But thank you. So.
Glad to see you alive and not stolen.
Stolen? Who would steal me?
I don't know. Gone from trash.
Me, apparently.
My friends did.
People take stuff from trash all time.
I like to think I was saved.
Okay.
Yep. Okay, Ludo.
But you okay, Vash?
As well as can be expected under the circumstances, yes.
Okay. You coming back to work tomorrow?
Oh, Ludo.
We can't let Ludo leave.
Oh, no.
We're gonna have to steal Ludo.
I would like to take one Ludo, please. Thank you.
Yeah.
I was just gonna ask him for a blood oath, but I guess we could kidnap an orc.
Hold on a second. We have an orc and we're like, we either kidnap him or blood oath, or he could just go back to work.
No, that's not.
I don't think we can let Ludo go back to work.
No.
He
I thought we're talking murder.
That's where I thought you guys were going.
We can't let him leave. Okay, Ludo died.
But I don't think death, but I do think he might be a hostage now.
talk about the spectrum, folks. Talk about the spectrum.
Or, hear me out here, crazy thought. We could just talk to him and don't tell him Vash is alive.
Yeah, but how long has Ludo worked for Dick?
We need to guarantee that.
It feels like he's one of Dick's most trusted soldiers, and therefore I don't trust that he would not tell Dick that Vash was still alive.
I did not realize that my party company are the same guys that own the white van down by the river to kidnap people every time anybody mentions anything.
You know, we're just trying to keep you safe, motherfucker.
And I also like to think that Ludo hears this entire conversation.
Yeah.
Because
100%.
we're still standing right in front of him.
100%.
So Vash looks back at Ludo and goes, "So Ludo, I was fired in the worst way humanly possible, which is why I ended up in the trash."
I forgot you were fired.
Yeah.
Not just fired.
That's not a good thing to say.
Never wanted to kick anybody out of a room so much in my life. All four of you. So death and murder.
Ludo.
Well, you weren't fired, you were murdered. Technically, just throwing that out there.
Vash looks at Frankie and goes, "He knows that. He looked for my dead body."
But Vash is alive, so not murdered.
Correct.
Just because one is resurrected doesn't mean that they weren't murdered.
Yeah, Vash is technically a robot zombie.
Vash is Jesus?
Yes.
No.
100%. Absolutely.
There's a book. It's called
When he
The
puts his
Bible.
sombrero
Full callback to like 4 episodes ago.
More than that.
Ludo, there was a problem. You know what happens when Dick fires somebody. So it would be very helpful if you didn't tell anybody that I was alive.
There's everyone he fires?
Roll me a persuasion.
Sure.
Sure.
It's retention policy.
Say
no.
not 1 + 1, so doish.
It's technically a 2.
Allegedly a 2.
Okay.
We
What
all
did you?
know Vash is
Sorry,
not
what did
good
you
at
ask
this.
him to do before that?
Just to not tell Dick that I'm alive before you get murdered by these murder hobos. I'm just looking out for you, Ludo. I'm trying to help you out, man.
I will.
I'm not trying to murder him. I'm just
We're weighing our
don't trust
options.
him. Yeah.
I want a contract.
You guys are like intense on this.
I mean, he could join the squad.
NDA.
We have to give him a mission, and he has to succeed at that mission. And if he does, he can join. If not,
Black
Amber
hats
is a
all over
goddamn
again.
succubus. Coley is a warlock in training. Like, I don't like. She's like contracted. I'm like blood contract. I'm like, oh god, where is this gonna go?
I like how they're
write one of those.
I like how they're recruiting Ludo for their Sparkle squad and not the
Right?
Dash Brothers.
They're like,
Right.
we'll take
I
him. He's part of
never-
us now.
I never said that he was specifically into our squad. I'm just saying, if we added him to the Smash Bros, then it would be 3 and 3.
3 and 3.
Also, Ludo, sweetie, have you come here before for Dick's lunch?
No. Vash talked about Wohop so good, and thought near Vash house, good food. See if Vash here get good food for lunch.
Cool. Did you talk to Dick about the fact that you were coming here?
Dick don't care where I go to lunch.
Do you have a company cell phone, my love?
Yes.
So you know how sometimes Dick
I have 2.
2 company cell phones. So that means he can see 2 dots where you are as he's tracking people.
Roll me a persuasion.
Do better.
Do
17.
better? Okay, better.
Okay. Ludo goes, yes, that how work.
Do you not think that Dick might be upset that you're at Vash's old apartment? Considering he murdered him. Whatever.
Oh, I understand. Ludo talk slow. Ludo not slow.
So we're not concerned about this?
GPS not tight, wide.
So there's somewhere nearby that he could think that you're going?
GPS not elevation, just overhead.
Frankie, I live on top of Wohop. The dot's not going to tell him that he's on top of Wohop.
Yeah, but if he's never gone to Wohop, it's kind of convenient that he's finally going to Wohop, knowing that Vash lived over Wohop.
I'm pretty sure Dick still thinks I'm dead.
Dick think you dead.
See,
Okay.
Ludo's quite helpful. He's got lots of information, so I'm not too worried about that.
Ludo don't want Dick no body lost.
That probably would be helpful. Ludo, you know about this party that Dick has coming up soon, right?
Yeah, he does.
I was gonna say,
I was about to roll for it. I was like, he's gonna know. He's
gonna.
He's like
Ludo, not slow.
Yeah. It was like he goes, annual gala.
Yeah. What if some of my friends wanted to attend this gala, is there a way to get in outside of acquaintances?
He's like, Ludo runs security.
Oh,
Tight.
good. Yeah, do you always run a
Must
tight
have
ship, or-
tickets.
Yep.
Name on list.
Yeah.
Could
Absolutely.
you put our name on that list?
Why Ludo do that?
Because Ludo wants to leave this room.
Gizzard, get ready.
Roll for
Gizzard-
intimidation, Amber?
Oh,
Gizzard
that's not
stays ready.
He's ready.
Accurate.
9.
Ludo just kind of looks at you, raises an eyebrow, and he goes, "Who stopped me?"
And I'm gonna point at King Gizzard.
You see him kind of look over his shoulder a little bit, and he kind of goes, He kind of looks at you, Vash, and he goes, "I don't like her."
Understandable. So we have
Ooh.
a. Oh, yes.
How do you feel about and I'm just gonna like lean over and whisper to him, Valerie.
Who? I didn't hear it.
Valerie.
Valerie? Oh, I never thought about that with her.
Valerie.
He kind of goes, kind of looks around, and he's like, "She mean."
Yeah, she is.
Agreed. We can agree on that.
We all agree on that.
She make Dick bad.
Why do you say that?
She bad influence on Dick.
How so?
Dick.
Story time.
No, I'm not gonna watch my phrasing on this. We're just gonna roll with it with Ludo. He goes,
Big Dick bad.
he's like, before Valerie promotion, Dick nice Ludo. Now Dick just treat Ludo like servant. Dick not mean, but Dick not nice.
So we want to go to the gala so that we can learn a little bit more about Valerie. And I'm very quiet every time I say it because I'm trying not to trigger Vash again.
Okay.
You know,
Roll me either persuasion or deception. You don't have to tell me either one which you're doing on that, and I'm going to roll his insight against that.
17.
And goes, what you want to learn about her?
Honestly, how we can take her out.
Valerie have boyfriend.
Not on a date.
We'd like to get her.
No, tell me more.
He goes, no, I don't know much more about boyfriend. Just every time guy try to talk to Valerie, she say she have boyfriend.
Oh, that means she doesn't. Let's be real.
Wheels are turning. He's like, she's lying even more.
Because she's a terrible person.
Oh.
Does she have a girlfriend?
And wouldn't
What
it be so much easier if she wasn't there?
You want to do a gala?
We just want to use the gala as an opportunity to figure out what our next move is. To make sure that Vash stays safe. Because that's
Ludo,
what you
you-
want, right?
You get tickets, I get list.
We can get tickets.
Ludo.
Ludo, do you think we could see/take out Valerie prior to the gala?
Be very hard.
is
DM roll
that?
5. Valerie only go work all time.
Yeah,
Know where she
again,
lives?
she doesn't have a boyfriend, y'all.
Can I just chime in really quick? So Ludo,
Yes,
you and
Vash.
I have worked together for a long time. We actually have an acquaintance with Valerie, actually. One of our constituents in the party does. But the advantage is that that person was able to secure tickets. The problem is they weren't in our name because you and I both know you can't transfer them. But the person that had the tickets is unable to go, so they gave them to us instead. Would it be all right if we went instead of that person? Would you be okay with that? I just want to make sure that your security detail is on point.
My security let in anybody who have tickets and name on list.
How do we get
Checks and balances.
I believe the name is already on the list because it is on the ticket. So I would assume both. So if we give you the ticket that has the same name on the list, yes, there would be 5 of us.
How many tickets they have?
We have a few.
I don't think we
didn't
We
have
weren't.
a number.
we have photos of them, and we were gonna ask that lady
Uh-huh.
to make us
Ludo.
Okay.
You are correct.
You just see him goes, Ludo don't want to know.
Good, Ludo. I think
Plausible
that's a really good idea.
deniability.
Absolutely, Ludo. And you and I both know that's probably the safest bet for all of us.
I think Valerie needs a date.
Yes, I think that's also a good idea. I have a really good bachelor.
One of you should take her out.
I know exactly who should take her out. I absolutely do. It's a person called London. They're very exquisite and would probably be very helpful.
Like city?
Bridge?
Or song?
Bridge.
Yes. Not sure.
Ludo love
not,
Fergie.
Same. But if not, I also have a very eligible bachelor in my party. And so Vash just looks at Gizzard over Ludo's shoulder and goes, him.
You see him turn and like he looks you up and down, King Gizzard, and he goes, and he kind of looks back at you, Vash, and goes, their dress code.
Oh, no, not him. Not him.
Need
and
bath.
Vash, no, not him.
Oh.
And Vash points again and goes, the lizard. It's a great companion. Very intelligent.
He turns from Vash and looks back over at you, Frankie, and goes, Frankie. Or no, he doesn't know your name. He goes,
Doesn't know her name.
Ma'am, you understand, right?
I do.
Okay.
I do.
I not talk any more about this. I don't want no more. Just know your name on list. What names you want on list? And he goes, don't worry now. And he pulls out a card from inside his chest pocket, hands it to you. It just says Ludo and has a number underneath it. He goes, text with names by Thursday.
We can do that.
And you just going to date Valerie, right?
Yes.
We are just gonna date Valerie. Yes.
She seems lonely.
She does.
I'm glad I can hook her up.
We are surely going to hook her up.
I leave now?
Probably. Dick's probably waiting for those dumplings.
No, my dumplings.
He's waiting for you then.
And he looks down, he goes, just got notification.
Perfect timing.
Dude, did you get anything for lunch or no? Just yourself?
Dumplings for me.
Okay. I thought you got dick dumplings also.
Man, I
Dick
hate dick
dumplings.
dumplings.
No.
God.
Yeah, right.
Dick have personal chef.
What a dick.
Actually,
Dumpling.
I think you have 2.
Dumplings?
Chefs.
Dick dumplings.
Chefs.
Oh.
Shit. Heard. Hey Ludo, when you go downstairs, ask him for some of Frankie's sauce with your dumplings. I promise you'll love it.
Will
Crazy.
do. He walks over to you, Vash. He puts a hand on your shoulder, and then he just pulls you in and hugs you, and just whispers in your ear and goes, "Glad not dead." And then just kind of lets you go. Walks over to the doorway, which I imagine Amber and Frankie are still in the doorway with like the knife behind her or whatever.
I've put the knife down.
Yeah. And he just kind of goes, "Pleasure meeting." And then he kind of,
Bud.
he's waiting to see if you kind of move out of the way. Get him deal.
Yeah, I'll step aside.
Okay. And as he's walking out, Coley, give me an insight check.
Mhm.
$19.
Okay. He like looks at you, but you can see in his eyes with a 19, there's no recognition of who you are. And so he just keeps on walking out the door of the apartment and heads down the stairs. Kind of hear big footsteps going down the stairs.
Why would he recognize me?
Yeah.
If somebody read their backstory and their connections,
Oh, shit.
you made me read through all of them again today to build you out a custom AI model to be able to ask questions against for your backstory. So of course I have deep knowledge of it now too, so I'm going to keep track of these things.
Love it. Love it. Let's ask Codex.
He is not on my Excel spreadsheet.
There's an Excel spreadsheet.
I want to see this spreadsheet when we're done
Milo.
so bad.
He literally is on it though, Shannon.
He's not. I just added him on row 17. I literally just added him. I
17?
wrote it.
What is happening? Vash would also like a spreadsheet, Greg.
Yes.
Shannon Qualls. Look
What?
at row 5.
Oh, like early. Like
Yeah.
Way up top.
And look at the NPC name on row 5.
What is this spreadsheet? Magic.
I know, Shannon. That would be his boss, who he's the bodyguard for and always around.
Yeah. But that doesn't mean I know him.
And that means he didn't recognize you. That's why he didn't recognize you.
Fine.
But he had a chance of recognizing you because you've been around a few times.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
You brought that upon yourself, as now the rest of this group is going to descend upon you to be like, who all do you know? Who's on row number 25?
Coley used to
Apparently,
hook up with Derek.
15 people.
Don't metagame. Hello.
I'm not metagaming. I'm just saying.
I wish you would
I-
metagame, Shannon. Please do.
This is why we can't take breaks.
Oh my gosh. All right, Ludo leaves the room, and now
Thank God.
the back alley brawlers are standing in this room with a little bit of maybe weird awkwardness. I don't know, after Vash ripped a table out of the wall and then left in a huff.
I'm just gonna reach into my bag and like pull out some food and be like, "Bao buns, anybody?"
Oh yeah, you took the food with you.
Pocket bow? Pocket bow.
Talk about?
Pocket bow?
And like, I'm
That
assuming,
makes everything better.
and I'm assuming like based off of your description, like there's a solid surface, and so I'm just like put the food down and start like handing it out to people.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's a big dining room table, but there's not. It's Vash's apartment. There might have been like a TV tray that you were able to pull off the wall and set up somewhere, kind of a thing. But yeah, move some boxes off the floor, stack them up to set it on top of, and start setting up food from there. But yeah, you guys are there now in this situation.
So Vash,
Yeah,
how you doing?
good. Why?
Well, you ripped a table out of the wall and threw it not 15 minutes ago.
Yeah, I wanted to. So, Coley. Hey, Coley.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm gonna say this in between like a bite of the bow.
I wanted to apologize. I'm not exactly sure what happened. I think since the whole Dick and Valerie situation, and I'm not sure how you guys put me back, I think that maybe one or two of my wires got crossed. So I apologize. I did not mean for that to happen.
No problem.
Oh, good. Great. Now what?
Well, how do we not cross your wires again, maybe?
I don't know. Probably when we rest the next time, I'm going to run a self-diagnostic and see if I can find out where that may have happened or if there is something discombobulated. But I'll have to do that during the diagnostic downtime.
Do you have to like plug in for that?
What is with you guys and plugs?
I mean, that's just how things work.
That is not. No, I don't have to plug anything in.
Okay.
I apologize for the lack of plugs and holes to put things in.
Phrasing.
Do you have any holes? How does a warforged reproduce?
Considering I'm the only one I met, I'm not sure.
You don't have anything like instinctual?
I think his only instinct is running away from this conversation right now.
What I think we should focus on is getting A, our name on the list so that we can get to the gala, and B, if we need to make edited tickets, we need to go have a visit with somebody so that we can get in and figure out what's going on, right?
I was just trying to break the tension.
Was there tension?
You ripped a table. You broke my booth.
I already explained that it was a bug in my system. There was something clearly
Broke
wrong.
my booth.
I apologize. Isn't that the whole point? I apologize and then it's fixed.
That isn't always how it works, Vash.
Oh. I was just figured that's how it always works.
Not always.
Oh. I won't apologize for killing me, but whatever.
We didn't kill you.
Sorry,
We are not the ones that owe you an apology.
Again, you are correct.
Maybe we should reach out to Bobby Knocker about getting some
Forgeries.
forged tickets.
Are we
I
gonna
agree.
go Bobby or are we gonna go down under?
Ooh, Australia.
Who does London know better?
London? London knows
Dick.
she whom must not be named.
We can just start calling her Voldemort if you want to.
Yeah.
Which is a
Her
fate
names
of
start with the
Vash's
same letter.
reaction.
Yeah.
So Valerie,
Are you okay if we say that name?
again, bug in system. We'll run diagnostic. Apologies.
Haven't run the diagnostic yet.
So far hasn't been triggered since with your loud secreting.
I was just trying to be helpful.
You were doing a great
It's also
job.
only been walking like
20
5 10
minutes. Yeah, it's not like seem fine. Just trying to get us closer to our goal.
Okay. Well, we can go Bobby, or we can go back down with Henry.
I think
So you get
Bob,
the forgeries.
Roll
may
me
have
a group insight check.
a group insight. Oh shit!
Yeah.
God bless it.
23.
All right.
14.
17.
15.
That was it.
Come on, Gizzard.
23 also.
There we
What?
go.
Three's my modifier, so it's a natural 20.
What in the world?
Nice. Of those, as you're going back and forth between, going down under or Bobby Knocker, it's kind of like this. As you're thinking through and talking through this, you realize Zara's really good at like creating items, not necessarily recreating. The only reason she was and is able to be working on recreating the Codex Eternus is she created the original one, so she's not like trying to replicate something in that case. She does more of like taking items and enchanting them to do other things and stuff like that. Whereas Bobby is definitely a master of deception and has probably might have some of those skills in that back pocket there.
Bobby, it is.
We have pictures for reference, and if we swing by my place, we can pick up an actual.
An actual.
Ticket, because she got one from.
Oh, that's right. That's a good call.
Okay. We need to figure out what names we're gonna go by too. Because I really don't think it's advisable for us to go by our own names.
So what
Okay.
names would we use then?
I mean, I'm thinking of one. Hold on.
I have a name that no one here should recognize.
It's just I don't understand why we can't just use some nom de plume very easily.
We can. What's your nom de plume?
Liam Neeson.
I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure they would know
those flags.
that you were not Liam Neeson. Liam Neeson.
Okay. Liam Neeson then.
I'm not writing these down right now, so you'll have to get them to me later.
Yeah, I'll
you
send it to
shouldn't
you in
be
Discord.
writing any of these down.
Yeah.
Brian Bentley. No.
Brian Lawson.
Well, so here's the other question. Vash, do you think it's wise for you to go to the gala?
I do have the sombrero disguise.
Is this a sombrero event?
I'm sure that I could turn the sombrero into something else, like a tiny hat.
Are
No.
we sure people won't see through it?
No.
We
Security
asked
is pretty
Ludo.
tight. We could text Ludo, but I think that would give it something away. Plus, if they only capture me and not the rest of you, at least that gives us a distraction.
I would rather not hand you back over to them.
What's the worst that could happen?
You'll die
Again.
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 Yeah. Don't really want to go through that process again.
Quiet on my side.
Also,
My battery just finished charging.
I thought at one point we had discussed that some people would go to the gala, as much as I hate splitting the party, and some would use that as an opportunity to go look through Dick's office.
That was a discussion based off of the 3 things that we found about with Deep Impact, Big Swing, and Iron Rod.
Do we still want to take that approach?
And say, don't forget, because I'll give this out there, because Deep Impact, Big Swing for sure are connected to 50 Trinity Street.
Correct.
Iron Rod might be, who knows, but somebody rolled really low on their investigation check on that. So
good old firm bit.
Good old firm bit. Most solid investment you'll ever make. Sticking it to the man.
Good God. Wow.
Well,
So I feel like maybe we go see Bobby, talk about getting these forged tickets, run the plan by him and see how he feels about it, and then maybe talk to him about 50 Trinity Street and see if he knows about anything that's happening there.
That's a great idea.
All you gotta do is put a little food in my tummy and the ideas just pour out.
Dick dumplings, man.
Dick dumplings with some Frankie sauce.
Okay, so do we want to go down and see Bobby?
Yeah, we should probably clean up this mess first.
What mess? The lunch?
At least the lunch. Do you want to put the doors back on the hinges?
I don't live here anymore. I don't know why I would.
To prevent people from knowing that somebody broke into your old apartment?
I guess. Yes.
I thought we were still trying to lay low.
If someone tried to break in, doesn't mean that I'm alive.
I'd just rather not bring up any suspicions at all right now.
Okay, I will fix the door. If you all want to
Okay, you
exit,
fix
I'll
the
go
door.
put
I'll
door
get
back.
the Chinese food.
Okay, get the Chinese food. I will do that.
Perfect. All right, so you guys are heading to Bobby Knockers next, or
Bobby's.
where
I
you
think
guys-
swing in past Coley's and then to Bobby's.
Okay.
Sounds like you gotta go to Home Depot too.
Yeah.
Right?
Just fix the door.
Fix the door. I don't know, Corey. Give me a what would that be check wise for like a fill with an artificer? Like you'd be able to fix it. Doing
Hold on.
magical fixing. Do you have prestidigitation?
I have a thing for that.
I was
Hold
gonna
on.
say, do you have fix? Do you have prestidigitation? Thaumaturgies? Whatever. What would that fall
You
under?
say that. I really want to see the episode where the Smash Bros go to Home Depot.
Oh,
It's New York City. Is there a Home Depot in New York City?
There is. There's actually a gigantic building of Home Depot with flags. It's a gigantic white building. It's the biggest, coolest. I will send it to you. But yeah, it's phenomenal.
It looks. Wow.
Yeah.
no,
there are
on
two of
40
them.
West
On
23rd
40
Street
it's
and
just-
on 3rd Avenue.
It's just down from Central Park. I went by it. It's so cool.
That
I
is
almost went in while
hilarious.
I was there. It was dope.
Put it this way: there's no Home Depot nearby where you are right now.
Fair. That's fair. But yeah, the Home Depot is amazing. No, it's fine. I have tools of the trade, which means I can use most of my utensils. As long as I have a tool kit in my hand, I can do the thing. So I get a proficiency with whatever the hell I'm using.
Sounds good.
Whatever.
All right. So, heading off to get tickets. I'm not gonna make you guys roll for travel or anything like that. You guys are hopping on the subway as you get through all this stuff. But where are you guys heading? Where are they heading to, Coley?
To my place.
To your house or to the shop?
Is that on the spreadsheet?
Hmm. No, we're going to Carnegie Hill on the Upper East Side.
Did we
To-
go
to
there
your
last time?
house?
Wait, hold on. Did we go to this location the last time when you needed magic rocks?
No, we went to her shop.
This is a different place.
We're going to the house.
Oh, we're going to London's place.
A house. You have multiple houses?
When you've
in
been
New
around as long as I have, if you were poor, it would be a very bad thing.
In this economy?
Some
But
of
we
my
had to-
investments paid off.
But we had to get a warehouse.
In New York City.
Okay. Carnegie Hill, it
We
is.
didn't have to get a warehouse. We killed some people and got a warehouse.
You keep what you kill.
I'm just
Onward.
saying, nobody asked for a place to hang out.
I mean, you've seen my apartment, Coley. I'm just saying.
I was
We
kicked
don't
out of
hang out
mine.
at your apartment.
You've been to my apartment like 7 times.
We've been
Hang-
like twice in the last 3
Pretty sure-
years we've been playing this game.
Pretty sure Amber was there for like a year in a
Shit.
closet.
Yeah.
Amber lived in a
In a
closet.
closet, and you had all these houses. King Gizzard is homeless and is like maybe thinking of becoming a mole person, but you have 7 houses.
We can't
Oh,
burn the
I got no problem
locations.
with it.
We can't burn look fair. We can't.
But it sounds like you have enough to buy another house.
Fully doesn't have a bunch of houses. She has burner houses, is what she has.
Yeah.
Is what this is. Is how I have cell phones. She has houses, is what's
Hey,
happening.
we're
They. We don't know
supposed
the
to
C.
have
It's a they.
your place in a life with Valerie.
Yeah. Yeah. So
To be fair, this location was not on my spreadsheet.
I don't know
I
if that
was
makes
told
it better.
at the beginning of tonight.
I want all the comments to just like, please, Greg, share the spreadsheet. That's what it was.
Oh my god.
Okay. So we
Every
are
line is
going. We are going to burner house number 2. Is where we're going. Not the shop. We're going to the burner home.
Which
No, well, it's not really a burner house if it's been around for a long time. Bought it when
know.
it was built.
First up.
I mean, okay. So,
Wow.
Shannon, are you going to share anything about London, or are you just like, yeah?
I feel like we need to know
London
who
was a
London
phase.
is. Because like if we're walking into this and you're walking in as London, we need to know who the fuck you're gonna be. Who are
Yeah.
you?
Are you going as London or are you going as a nom de plume?
Well, right now I'm still Coley, but before we go into my place, I will be London. But I have told you who London is. It's not my fault if you don't listen.
You told us that London was an acquaintance of Valerie.
Yes.
You told us that they acquire goods for other people.
Mhm.
What does London
I
look like?
was listening.
Frankie,
Is London a female or a male?
Or human?
She's a woman.
How old is London?
I don't know. I mean,
just make that up. Just
Appearance-wise.
make that up. Shannon, you're not.
oh, 26.
26. Cool. Is she blonde? Is she brunette? Does she have a British accent? Is she tall? Is she short? What's
she
her
dating
personality
Valerie?
like?
Well, we're going to see her in just a minute. She's a socialite.
Frankie,
This
roll
is
me
what I
an,
told you. I told
Frankie,
you she
roll
was
me
a
an
socialite.
insight check, with advantage because you grilled her on some of these things, and she said she's a socialite.
I know I said that like 3 sessions ago.
Yeah.
I don't know what a
And I
socialite is
remember
like.
because I told you all of these things. I rolled a 22.
The second she goes like she's a socialite, and you realize with all that, like, we're Carnegie Hill, all that, it finally clicks with you, like, oh, this is London. Crap, I forgot her last name off the top of my head right now.
Bridge.
London Indigo. She is like, if you go into the the social section of the New York Times and all that kind of stuff, like, pictures are there for fashion shows, any social, like, high level, like, money scenes. London has been there. Like, she has been out there making names. She comes from old money in New York City, and it's only been over the last, like, 5-6 years that she basically inherited her parents' wealth as they passed away. And so now she's been kind of making a little bit of a name on the scene for herself.
Like, you're like page 6, London?
Yeah.
Why did we have to get a bunch of jewels?
See, I feel like this is information that would be helpful for the group to know.
Well, I just told you. And I did try and tell you before.
Saying that you're a
Everybody
socialite is
really
different.
wanted to know more about Vash's titties.
We want to know more about you.
Now.
We've always wanted to know more about you. We always are like, tell us more. Tell us
No,
more.
you
And you're like,
you
I don't
didn't
know.
ask about London. You asked a little bit about Coley for a
We
short
did.
amount of time.
To be fair, apparently there's a lot of you. And so
Understandable.
you're expecting for us to know all of the pieces of you so that we can ask specifically about each piece of you. We're going to fail. Really, as shown, as we've
But
known
I
you
have
for
tried
years
to
now.
tell you about me, but nobody listens.
We did listen, but we didn't feel like that's enough information to
You
know
can't
who
say,
you are.
London, I have a relationship with Valerie and I acquire goods for her and I'm a socialite, and not include the fact that you're London Indigo, who's on page 6 regularly and is
Well,
a
who else
staple
would I
in the
be?
The London
You know-
Indigo that nobody knows.
London, there's Coley, there's all of your alter
No. Who else?
egos.
What other London is there? London is London. She's London and
That I don't know London, but that sounds like a very London thing to say.
Exactly.
Corey, would it just be helpful if you put all this information into a spreadsheet?
Lucky for me, I have one.
Would you like to share with the class?
don't know
Because
what that
the class
is. No.
would love to
Literally.
get to know you
Where's the
better.
fun in that?
At this point, Vash is just typing furiously in his phone. Just
Amber and King Gizzard, roll me history checks with advantage.
– 21.
13.
Hold on one second, I gotta let it pupper out.
Oh, that's a good cliffhanger. Holy shit.
right. Hold on. You all know Dick. Maybe just Coley.
Penny hasn't been feeling good, so I saw her get up and try to, and the door was closed, and I was like, nope, I'm letting you out, because I don't want to hear in the background all something. Okay. Gizzard, you didn't catch this, but Amber, you did. Having been in Waterdeep before and stuff like this, you're starting to put two to two together that Coley's a changeling, right? Like, as far as a race, everything with that. Like, okay. And anything you've ever heard of changelings is most of the time when a changeling is found out, like, at least back in Waterdeep, they were killed pretty quickly. So anybody that was a changeling had major trust issues and very rarely would, like, ever let it out. And if they did let it out, most of the times they tried to get away, and any identities they did have, they would burn, start all over again, just so that way they could, because once somebody was found out changeling, it was basically like, you can't trust those people. That was kind of the way we always considered in that case. So what you're feeling from right now with Coley, like, this stuff is like, she's like, well, I told you, like, that's coming from a person that very much feels like she's been completely open and as honest. Like, she's probably the most transparent of any changeling that's ever been in these moments happening right now. And so to her, she's like telling you guys everything. But to you guys, it's like, you told us a name. Like, you're catching this difference of opinions and feeling out what's going on here, kind of, in a sense.
Okay. Got it.
Frankie, you don't know what a changeling is. Vash, you've never interacted with them before, and King Gizzard, you rolled too low, so you're not catching the nuances of that.
What's a Nubian?
Yes.
Amazing. Well, Jay,
I also like
That's like 4 different references tonight. I'm so proud of myself.
So good.
So wait, are you saying that I have access to London Indigo's closet?
Oh, there's an entire friggin'
If you're
session.
interested in it, sure.
If I'm interested in it.
I didn't know you were into fashion.
Coley, my love. Do you know how much London Indigo's closet is worth?
Well, yes, I paid for it.
And yet
Although
we
they
had
did
to
make some
rob
on it.
a jewelry store.
I didn't have access to those jewels. The DM said no.
I can't tell you how comfortable that park bench has been for the past year.
I'm sorry.
It's so nice.
But
Really,
let's
I couldn't have
consider
asked
that
for
you
anything
showed
more.
that.
So great.
To be clear, London got a little fleshed out over the last 2 weeks in my head.
Fair.
So
No,
that's
fair.
more of it kind of a thing. But
I know, but like I was freaking out about how we were going to dress these people for the gala. And now to know that we have access to London Indigo's closet, I think it's going to be just fine getting people clothes to wear. To
Curious, what am I going to find in London's closet? Is there something that's going to fit me?
a purse that I can pawn that will buy you a really nice suit. That's what we'll find in London's closet.
You're not gonna pawn my purses, but I can give you money for something. I know some tailors.
you know some
Yeah,
designers.
last name's Swift.
Yeah, I know them too.
Might be a little short notice though. So yeah,
Yeah,
they're not gonna want to make something from scratch in this moment. But yeah,
maybe. I am London.
you are London. I am London Indigo.
So
So are we
gonna-
headed to
are
the
we going to
mansion?
my place or what?
Yes. No. Let's go. Come
Gotta
on,
go
London
get the
Bridge,
tickets.
Let's do this thing.
Apparently
Okay.
so.
Okay, so we leave the Wohop area, and then I'm gonna like slink off into someplace else at some point before we get back to the apartment. I don't want it to be while we're leaving Vash's apartment, though.
You don't want London to be connected to that place.
Right.
Do you want... Here's a better question. Do you want London to be connected to us schlubs?
Loving it.
Yeah.
Are they going to let us in your building? Is there a dress code?
No,
Like-
don't worry about it. It's fine. I have my
Have
own
you met
elevator.
me?
I have my own elevator that takes us up to the penthouse.
Who are you?
Again, so glad I spent a year in a closet.
You got to remember how your guys' relationship started off, though. Just so you know, like.
Now I feel like that's so much more valid.
You just knew. You could tell a person.
Yeah, I just knew.
All
She
right.
had 7 homes.
So you guys are able to head on up to the Upper East Side, and you get off near the Metropolitan Museum of Art stop, and then you guys are able to from there, it's just a few blocks up from there to Carnegie Hill, and where London's apartment, it's not an apartment is an understatement, where her townhome kind of is in that case. She owns an entire mansion building in one section. Yeah. Would it be a brownstone there though? I feel
Upper East Side.
okay. I didn't know if that would be like a understatement for what's in Carnegie Hill for London.
Do you have pictures of my place?
I don't know. Go find a place in Carnegie Hill that you want, and it's yours. Bring
I'll
it up on
Zillow
Zillow.
it for you real
Yeah,
nice.
go Zillow it. Go Zillow it real quick. We'll share with the class. Send me a link, and I'll pull it up on the share screen. But while they're doing that, all of a sudden you see Coley kind of walk off into an alley, and then the next thing you know, you see not Snaggle. Why did that come up? Sorry, I clicked the wrong button whenever it switched over. You see London step out. You see this 26-year-old, about 5'6", 5'7", socialite, blonde hair, nice hat coiffed in there, everything kind of that, jewelry in place, and she comes stepping out from the alley. little handbag, pencil skirt, looking good. Heading over to you guys as you guys are heading up the sidewalk to her mansion. I love how you guys are all like in Zillow right now. Like, no, we're gonna find this mansion. This is the most important
I found
thing.
it.
Did you? Send me
Yeah,
the
of
link
course
and
I
I'll
Of course I did. Come on now.
The Bash turns around to Gizzard and goes, "Where'd Coley go?
What'd you call me?
Where did Coley go?
I.
Are we going to her
What?
house? How are we going to get in here?
With London. London is Coley. Coley is London.
Who is London?
Oh.
No. This woman? Is this London? Are you London?
Yeah.
Oh, me?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm London.
Ma'am, yes, you. Oh, Coley. Coley, is that you?
We don't use that name when London is here.
Oh, okay. So you're London now. This is okay. I've never seen
I'm
you.
always London. Who else would I be?
I don't know. I've never seen you before.
Well, that's because you're not reading the right things,
I read a lot of books.
obviously. Again, it stands. You're not reading the right things.
Okay. It's okay.
So you guys are able to head into Carnegie Hill to her place, London. As you open up the front door, your butler is standing there. What's his name?
I don't know.
Paris.
Make it up. Come on. I'm going to make you start.
George
George. Oh, great. George. Okay. George.
with a J.
With a J. Oh, George. George. Miss London. Welcome back. Has your trip been adequate?
It's been fine. We have some guests with us for a while.
Sup?
Fantastic. Will they be staying here, or are they just here for the afternoon and for dinner?
Frankie's gonna curtsy.
My pleasure, madame.
Sorry.
Frankie gets very uncomfortable in formal situations.
I love this
This
so much.
gala is gonna go great.
They have free reign to come and go as they need to.
Yes, ma'am.
What?
Nice. You might regret that.
Just don't let Frankie walk off with all of my clothes.
Understood, ma'am.
So okay with some
Or
of them.
anyone else for that matter. I really love my closet.
I understand, madame. Yes. So, free reign. Understood. Are you wanting me to get them keys or something, ma'am?
Or you could just add their bios to the lock.
Yes, ma'am. I will do that.
He says that, and Bash just looks at his hands, and then just looks around and goes, and then puts his hands in his pockets.
Vash, give me an insight check.
Sure. $14.
Yeah. George is not touched. He's human. He does not have any magic. He can't see magic or anything. So, you know, to him,
Yeah.
you just look like a human guy.
She asked for my bios.
Don't matter.
Frankie's gonna pull out that knife again and just like prick her finger and hold it up to George.
Again,
Ma'am, please. Oh, you see him pull out like a
On the
handkerchief and
floor,
immediately wrap it
Frankie.
around your finger and we go like, ma'am, no, that's not what she meant. She wants your fingerprints added to the door lock to register
Oh.
you.
Well, shit. I guess I'm gonna have to use a different finger then.
Yes, that will do. But we don't have to do that right now. We can do that later. I imagine there's other things on your agenda at the moment. Is there anything I can get for everyone? Would you like something to drink, something to eat?
We'll take tea in the atrium.
Yes,
conservatory, whatever it's called.
the conservative atrium. Yes, we'll do it in there.
Wherever Mr. Mustard's fucking body is.
Mr. Mustard is not fucking
Colonel
anybody
Mustard.
here.
Colonel Mustard.
There will be no bodies being fucked today by a colonel or a mustard. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, ma'am. I will do that. I will be there shortly. As you start walking, you begin to hear this like, and a small army of about 5 to 8 dogs come rushing down the stairs towards London. I'll let you choose, Shannon. Are they corgis, or are they Pomeranians, or are they something else?
Great
They're
Dane.
Bostons.
Okay, there's just a herd.
What else would they be?
A herd of Boston Terriers just coming down the stairs.
I really love the American breed.
They're not barking. They're just kind of.
I was gonna say snorting and farting. Is that what they're doing?
Snorting and farting. They all come running up on you right now.
Frankie drops to the floor immediately and is just in heaven.
All the Bostons running up and just licking on you. Just.
Gizzard's holding very tightly to the lizard as he's going a little crazy at all the dogs coming in.
You've got 2 jumping up on your legs, but they're not barking or anything. They're just, you can tell they're just wanting lovin's and maybe to play with your friend. So
Vash is standing next to Amber with his hands in his pockets.
Yeah, I'm just taking it all in.
they're all coming up.
Frankie is straight up mean mugging Coley now. Because, like, the closet I could forgive, but me not knowing that you had puppies is unforgivable in Frankie's eyes. How dare you?
It's the DM's fault.
How dare you, DM?
Because I wouldn't have dogs.
You gotta take control of the narrative, or I will.
Oh my gosh.
So you guys are all able to then gather yourselves and head off to the atrium conservatory library sitting room.
I'm gonna
Frankie's
go
got, like,
walk
a
behind my
Boston
desk and I'm gonna pull the mail out and I'm gonna start sorting through it while I'm looking for the invitation.
Oh, perfect.
This one looks interesting.
Yeah. Give me an investigation check.
Me or somebody else?
You're the one going through your mail, trying to see if you
Yeah.
can find something.
14.
Yeah, it's kind of buried in there. There's a lot of other invitations to other things in there as well. So like you're kind of like, oh, this gala, that thing, oh, this one in Paris. You know, I don't do international travel. Throwing those things out of there, and then
Can I grab one and be like, Coley, this is a fucking invitation to the Met Ball. Are you kidding me? Because it was like in the discard pile, and now Frankie is.
Oh, do you want to go instead?
Paris Fashion Week.
Coley, that's not how it works for the Met Gala. Like, Anna Wintour picks you herself. Are you telling me you've never been?
Oh no, I usually skip that one.
I'm just gonna go back to petting the puppy that's in my lap. Cause like Frankie's just overloaded right now at this point.
Yeah, you eventually get to. Crap, I can't remember the fake name I gave for Dick Strongthorn's company. But yeah, well, it's an envelope with like, it's very fancy kind of deal, and you realize the address from there. It's like One World Trade Center kind of thing. And you're like, oh, okay, this would be the one. And you open it up, and you pull it out, and in it is 2 tickets to the gala. With one of them has your name printed on it, of course, and then the other one is like a blank one with +1 with then a very fancy card with ribbons and wax seals and all that kind of stuff as well on it that explains that you need to RSVP by Thursday of this week, which would be 6th or 7th, February 7th in this world's dates, with the names of who will be attending with you.
Oh, I found it. So I guess we can get going unless you all want to have tea before we go.
I mean, you did call for it.
What's this name that's humping my leg right now?
Oh, that one is Collie.
Collie?
Collie for Colorado.
Okay. What? Geographic. Got it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I was just curious. If it's going to help me, I figured we should be on a first name basis.
About then, George comes in with like a tray of like a stacked layered tray with multiple small finger sandwiches on it and sets it down in the middle. And he goes back and then comes back with a pot of tea with individual glasses on a tray on the silver platter with all these little fine china. And you see him pouring the tea into each one of those. And you see him just slowly start handing each one of you a glass of tea to each one of those. And he goes, "Is there anything else you'll be needing from me, Miss London?"
So I think we're more all set. Do you all need anything?
I curtsy again.
You just see him kind of like just the slightest bit of like he keeps his entire professionalism, but there is just kind of like this like, what the fuck is going on here thing in the back of his head.
And my pinky is decidedly up as I'm drinking
as
my
high
tea.
as possible. I believe this. Yeah. All right. As always, Miss London, if you need anything, please.
I'm gonna be like, Winky. Yeah.
George heads out.
Indicates that you have syphilis.
Ooh, ooh.
This is true.
A simple kiss.
So you could sleep around with people that had syphilis.
Heard. Pinky
That's what I remember
is...
from my history lesson, but maybe I'm wrong.
Pinky is in. Tight.
Perfect. All right. Anything else you guys want in Coley's fun little house here? London's. London.
I don't identify as Coley when I'm London.
Good point. Which I just realized I need to...
I would get all confused.
You're confused?
That's the only way I can keep people straight.
There we go. And I've now added London's house to the map.
Do you have a picture of London?
Yeah, it's on your... if you were watching the stream, it's on there right next to you right now.
I started the stream just so I could see it.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah. Give me a second. I'll drop in the Discord the picture I have.
Look at that viewer count. It went up real quick.
There you
We
go.
tripled the matter of minutes.
Yeah, everyone's like, ooh, London.
We're all on the stream. Yay! No.
Socialites, what?
All right. All right. So you guys have tea time. I don't know if you guys anything else you want to talk about with London while this is going on, and then you're able to leave from there. Bobby Knocker, as you can, if you look at the map, Bobby Knocker's just literally about 5-6 blocks away is where the Naked Gnome is in his office. So, you guys head over there to the Naked Gnome.
I'm gonna change back to Coley.
Okay. As soon as you leave, London turns back into Coley.
So, like, when you are doing these changes, there aren't, like, telephone booths anymore, so it's not like you're Supermaning it. Do you just, like, blink and you're somebody, like, how does this work? Do your clothes change? Do you have to go change?
No, the clothes change with me. I just think them and then they happen.
So, like, literally, I'm just looking at you, and 1 second you're London, and then the next second you're Coley?
I think, I mean, it feels like things move a little bit, but I've never actually watched myself change, so I don't know.
When you're Lazarus, is it anatomically correct too?
That's a personal question.
But it is a question.
That means yes.
Okay. So, like, because Lazarus is taller than Coley is. So, like, do your bones grow? Or is it just like an aura? I'm still learning this magic stuff.
It's my body. It's my body. It just.
My body.
It becomes what it needs to be.
So, like, your bones grow and, like, stretch, and then they...
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. And nobody notices it?
Well, that's why I go down the alley.
Oh. Okay. I was just curious.
Okay.
Perfect. About the time you guys are getting to the Naked Gnome, because it's about, I'd say, 3 or 4 in the afternoon. The bar itself is maybe just barely opening up. People are showing up for the night shift. It's like a pure nighttime kind of bar spot in that case. So that's happening, and then of course the door up to Bobby Knockers is on the left-hand side there of the entrance that goes up the stairs. Are you guys like knocking, calling? Because,
honey, I'm home. Let's go.
All right. You reach for the door. It's locked.
I'm just gonna look at Amber.
Is it locked or is it just stuck?
Let's just ring the bell.
Amber, can you like breathe on this?
Yeah. 16.
Amber, you go to do this, and as you kind of are on there, like normally what this would be like a super simple like crap, and then you're like, all right, well maybe wait, I gotta use this other tool, and then on there, and then all of a sudden it's just like click, but it's not the lock that just clicked, it's one of your tools broke.
Again, I think we should just knock. Actually, I'm gonna pull out my phone and I'm gonna text Todd and say, we're at the door.
You get a text back that just says, what door?
At your place.
Get back more specific, please.
We're outside of Bobby's, what is it called?
The Naked Gnome
Office. Oh wow, that's so
outside
fun.
of Bobby's office. Oh look, I have glitter and confetti. It agrees with me too on Doom. I don't know what I did, make it happen again.
I think it was thumbs up, like it decided thumbs was gonna be the thing or something. I don't know. That was weird.
We now have special effects.
That was so crazy that it decided to do that. There, yay!
What the hell?
There you go. Shannon has the special effects for Zooms on. You
Nope,
just
nothing.
you get a
Not
text
cool.
back from him, and he's like, he just writes back. He's like, I'm not there. I'm at the Touched Tavern.
Oh, okay. Bobby's
It's
at the
only a
Touched Tavern.
genuine thumbs up.
Let's go.
She's just like, no, I'm like, I want special effects. Where's mine? I'm on Zoom too. I gotta turn them on apparently. All right, so you guys are able to head back down, catch the subway back over to the Touch Tavern. You walk into this bar that was kind of the first bar you ever came to whenever you guys got in New York, for a few of you. Actually, no. This is where you originally met the little pixie that pointed you in the right direction originally on all of this stuff. But
Ivory Onyx.
Ivory Onyx.
Yeah.
You also know this place is just 3 blocks from Times Square as well. But as you go in, outside it's nondescript and it's very Harry Potter-ish. So as you go in, it's way bigger on the inside than it is on the outside. And whenever you walk inside, it's huge, like open area on the bottom, wood floors, wood walls, and then there's like a balcony area around the top of it for a second floor that's looking down into the middle of this. In the middle of this bar's floor is a like, from an outsider on this, it just looked like a hole in the ground, like a well, but it's very larger, with a platform on top of it and kind of a rope that could drop that platform down into the hole if wannabe. Amber, you recognize this as it's built in the same mindset of a very famous bar that's in Waterdeep as well. Which literally, I was about to say the name of it, and
It's the Yawning Portal.
Thank you. The Yawning Portal is the name of that bar. Like, the second I was about to say, I was like, so you recognize it. King Gizzard, you do too. Like, it's funny. Of all the places you've been in New York City, when you walk into this place, things kind of feel like home a little bit, right? It feels like you're back in Faerun all of a sudden, as Coley keeps dropping hearts and all those kind of deals. Behind the bar is a very large black man with a very tiny black top hat. You guys know him by the name of Shard, and you see at the end of the bar as well is Todd sitting at the end of the bar, kind of just sitting there having a drink.
As Frankie walks in, she just,
I want to say,
man, I'll never get over this.
there's Shard, and then there's Todd, for anybody who's watching. So, okay.
Just like the sheer magic still kind of overwhelms.
I'm gonna go slide up and sit next to Todd.
And you just see him kind of look over at you and tips his hat at you.
Todd,
Like so.
we need a little bit of help from Bobby. Do you think he might be able to meet with us?
He kind of looks at you and just kind of shrugs his shoulders and just kind of gives you that look in his eyes of like, what do you need?
We need some help procuring some invitations to a gala.
He kind of just, you see him raise his eyebrow and kind of look at you, looks at the rest of the group, looks back at you, just kind of like, okay.
What, you think we can't pass? We can pass. Okay. I can get all of these. They clean up well. They clean up well. I just need help with the invitations. Right.
You see him kind of hold up a finger and say, like, give me a second, and he gets off the bar, heads off, and heads down a hallway in the back deal and goes into a room. And Shard is standing there, and he kind of looks over and goes, "Hey, Coley, can I get you anything to drink? I think Todd went to go get Bobby or something like that."
Yeah, I'm kind of in the mood for gin and tonic for tonight.
Fantastic. What about the rest of you, Riff Raff? What do you want to drink?
Like an ale.
One ale?
Surprise me?
Okay. I was trying to kind of come up with something stupid. It's gonna be like, he looks at you and goes, "I'm your father." I'm fucking with you. Anyways, he's like, "I'll get you a drink."
Thanks. Oh, and some pretzels.
Sure. Got that for you. What about with the man with the reptile?
I'm good, thanks.
All right. He turns around. He starts getting drinks, ales. Turns around and something big and fruity with an umbrella for you, Frankie. And as soon as it sits in front of you, you notice that it's changing colors in front of you.
Ooh.
And then as you touch it, immediately it changes color to like a bright yellow.
It's a dragon.
What did you make me?
He's like, huh? It's a dumpling. No. Man, I need a good name for this, but that is a no. That's a he says that's a mood mule.
A mood mule?
Uh-huh.
What's that mean? Is it gonna change my mood?
No, it changes based upon your mood.
So it's like a mood necklace, but in a drink?
Yes, my ma'am.
What does yellow mean? Do you have a card? Can I see what the different ones mean?
I don't got a card or anything like that. What are you feeling?
Well, right now I'm kind of fascinated. Is that what yellow means?
No. Yellow was surprise. So as you say, I'm fascinated right now, you also see kind of turn and change, and it's like purple a little bit.
Huh. Gizzard hit me. Bam. And like, now I'm a little angry, and I'm assuming it changes to a different color.
Yeah, it changes to red or something like that. Like, but like a bright red, not a dark red.
This is the greatest thing ever.
What you're missing, though, is every time it changes color, it also changes flavor.
Oh, we gotta do it all over.
Well, now I'm surprised again, so it's back to yellow.
Back to yellow.
So take a sip really quick. Gizzard hit me again.
So as you're sitting there, Gizzard's hitting Frankie. Frankie's like taking a sip after that. Then Frankie's like getting on Tinder and looking for a hot guy to see what that changes her mood of. She reads something sad, like just going through all the different colors and drinking on that.
I go to make her sad and say, "Surprise, you're not even adopted."
Well, I was gonna be like, I was like, what would Shark? The first thing that came to mind was like, as a joke, was like, you know, like, I'm your dad. But then I was like, no, he would. Well, maybe. And then I went in circles. I was like, fine, just say it, whatever. So we'll go with all that. As that's all happening, you see Bobby come out of the back, and he comes over, and he sits down next to you, Coley, and pulls himself up on the stool and sits down next to you and goes, "This is way much easier. Okay, so." What do you need?
Yeah, so, and is there anybody around us? Because I don't really want anyone overhearing it. So either a back room or a way to keep our...
You see Bobby notices you looking around, and he's like, you're safe here.
Also, I feel like if anything, everyone's looking at the freak show that Gizzard and Frankie are putting on right now too.
Tickle me.
Yeah.
What if you like licked my face? I think I'd be disgusted. That's an emotion, right? Like,
I think I've got the pictures of the other invitations, and then I'm gonna slide across the invitations that we grabbed at the house. And I'm just going to slide him across the bar to Bobby.
And he kind of goes, oh. He's like, you just need a replication of this? Or...
Yeah, but
or you need me to steal some more tickets for you? What do you need?
Well, we need replicas, so something will get us in the door. Whether that's stealing them or whether that's replicating, but we need to get. You
see him take the ticket. He like holds it up to the candlelight that's over there. Kind of, then you see him holding it and waiting. He's like, that's about £10. Okay. No, he's like, yeah. He's like, back in Waterdeep, I actually owned an entire stationery store.
I did not.
Yeah. It's really great to gather information if everybody's mailing stuff through you. You know, kind of a deal. Really good at doing some replication stuff. This will bring back some fond memories. When do you need this by?
Before Thursday.
Okay. I think I can do that. Can I keep this one?
Yeah, if I can keep the other.
Sure. This one's blank anyways, that make it easier to copy off of. But yeah, I can do that for you.
Okay, great.
Ask him about the plan.
Oh, well, Frankie.
And I like loud whisper that as I'm drinking.
I think Frankie has some questions for you, so I'm just gonna I'm gonna stand up and walk away.
Do you have your gin and tonic and just kind of walk away? Frankie slides down.
And I'm just gonna take my drink and over to him.
Frankie, give me a con save real quick.
Oh God.
As you've been just chugging on this drink.
Rainbows, babe. Rainbows.
Not my first time. An 11.
Okay. You're feeling okay. You're getting a good buzz, but fully cognizant, controlling of all your stuff.
Okay.
Interestingly enough, as you keep taking sips now, with the buzz, everything has just a little bit of a happiness flavor to it, right? Like, no matter what emotions you've been going through, now everything just has this little bit of like, I feel good. Like, so therefore, it's like strawberry kiwi. Like, we add kiwi to everything. Like, it's...
Can we add strawberry to everything? Does it have to be kiwi? Okay.
Kiwi doesn't have a flavor, really. It takes on the flavor properties of the things you put it in with. Just
You
saying.
have never had a ripe kiwi.
No,
I strongly disagree with that
Anyways,
statement.
go with that. Sure, strawberry.
However,
Whatever your happy flavor is, it's in all of it.
perfect. So, Bobby. How you doing, Bobby?
Hey, Frankie.
So we're gonna go to this gala, right? Because Valerie, that bitch, she's gotta go.
Okay.
So we were gonna go so we get some more information on Valerie and figure out what's going on. But we also had a thought about using the gala as an opportunity to maybe break into Dick's office too. But the last time we split the party, things did not go so good. Remember the Vash and the dying and all of that.
I remember that. It was about 2
Yeah.
days ago. I hope I wouldn't forget that.
I mean, a lot has happened since then.
Tends to do that.
But like, just wanted to touch in with you as like an expert in espionage. What are your thoughts on this plan of ours?
You're all doomed.
Shh. Yes, get the lizard a drink.
He says, I don't know if I'd call that a plan, as more of an idea.
Don't all plans start with an idea?
But you asked about plan. You said, what do I think of your plan? And I'm trying to point out the fact it's more of an idea. And
Oh.
yeah.
Well, what do you think of our idea?
I think it depends on the risk in both situations. Like how dangerous are each of them going to be? Have you done any recon to know how many guards are going to be at the gala? How many guards actually are at Dick's place? What the layout of Dick's place is? What's the way you guys want to go in on each of these? And do you have enough people to take on one to split up and take it, or do you need more people to be involved? It feels like a very basic idea, which
Are you calling me basic?
No. I'm saying you have the beginnings of a plan. And to make a determination between which to do, I would say you'd have to have a fleshed out plan to then weigh the risks to determine if that's the case. You might, while trying to flesh out the plan, determine you can't even do both at the same time. And that will just take care of that for you.
Okay.
Or you might realize you can't do it all together. And you might be only able to send in one person.
Ooh.
That's what I'm saying. An idea is great, and I think you need to flesh out the idea a little bit more and see which way you want to go with it.
Okay, so
Well,
what
he's gonna kind of back up, like she's been listening, and she's gonna be like, do you have any suggestions for somebody we should talk to about said plans? And takes the
ideas?
advice.
I mean, I think what I would start off with is get a good lay of the land. The basics would be understanding the places you're trying to break into and what the security looks like. That's the bare minimum to know that before you try anything. Otherwise, you're just flying blind. Then from that, you can actually build out your plan and go from there.
Bash. What do you know?
Regarding what?
But
The lay
like,
of the land?
yeah, like you know what the building looks like for Dick's office.
I do. I used to walk into the entrance, and then I get in the elevator, and then I would go to my desk.
You'd also have been to Dick's office.
Which one's that
Phantom
one? We
one
can't
info.
read. It's in reverse also.
It's Phantom Freak. One info.
One info.
One info. He's like, you might have cards that the DM gave you that you might want to use to
Nice.
do things. No, he doesn't say that.
Nice. Allegedly.
I'm saving mine for a rainy day.
Okay, so we gotta do some more recon. Heard.
I'm just saying, if it was me, that's what I would do.
Well, you're a very wise man, and so that's also what we are gonna do.
Let's just say I've done it without planning before, enough to know that bare minimum, maybe find out the layout, the number of guards and stuff, any kind of additional security that's in place, and that at least lets you know maybe there's so much that a group is going to draw attention and you just send one person in, or the other side of it is maybe one person, it would be dangerous to send them in.
Okay. I got another question for you.
All right.
Different topic. What do you know about 50 Trinity Street?
What does he know about 50 Trinity Street?
Everything. He knows everything.
He knows.
Ask about Iron Rod too.
With a 3 on the dice, Bobby kind of looks at you and goes, I don't know much about 50. I've never heard of 50 Trinity Street. Well, I mean, I've heard of the address, but beyond that, I don't know.
Okay. What do you know about Iron Rod?
Oh my gosh, this is hilarious. I just realized this. It's like 50 Trinity, isn't that where the Hotel Indigo is? This was not planned with Shannon's last name of London, but it's now a thing that you guys get to have as much conspiracy theories with Shannon about as possible.
I feel like we looked
I
this up
love
last
Because
time.
we needed more of those.
Yeah.
Always.
Hotel Indigo?
Yeah, well, I know they have an amazing venue space on the top that overlooks the city.
Did London Indigo's family own that at any point in time?
Sure the fuck did.
I don't know what I was rolling for. I just rolled the dice and saw a number, and I'm like, oh shit, I should have done that. I'm gonna be like, let's say 10. Oh, over a 10 she did, and under a 10 she didn't. It just happens to be a comparison. He's like, actually, I think they might have at one point in time. Yes, the Indigo family was big into real estate and hotels for a while there. The Indigo chains came from that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you know about Iron Rod?
He goes, which one is that one? Yeah. He's like, firm bit? He's like, I was an early miner on that. I've got quite a few myself.
So you have some?
Have some and also know iron rod that there's a reason I have some of that.
Okay. And I just look over at Colleen and go, what was the name of the other two?
He's like, I would recommend if you've invested in it, from everything I've seen, you definitely want to sell it off before April 8th, is what I'm hearing.
Sorry.
Why does that date keep
It's,
coming up?
When the eclipse is.
It does keep coming up?
I feel like we've talked a lot about April.
Well, I haven't, but all I know is from my information, that's when all of a sudden it's going to crash. Not in reality, just mainly that's whenever a certain friend of ours is going to manipulate it to make it look like it crashed and has no value, when instead it's really he's just pocketed all the cash himself.
Okay. What about Deep Impact?
Let's see what he knows about Deep Impact. As I throw the dice completely across the table and not into my thing.
That means he knows everything.
He's like, what's Deep Impact?
So we found some stuff about like an AI called Deep Force.
Oh, I've seen the ads for that around town.
Do you know that's a dick thing too?
It makes sense. I mean, I didn't really go into that. Commodities, I kind of understood. Crypto, I'm not huge tech, but the crypto I kind of understood is like you set up your own fake currency, have everybody give you their real money out of it. It's an amazing idea for laundering cash. But as far as actually like anything tech-wise, AI, I like sticking with the magic I understand.
Okay. What about Big Swing?
And he's like, wait, Iron Rod, Deep Impact. Are you
The
fucking...
dick jokes write themselves, I know.
You know what's funny is I bet he doesn't even realize that they're dick jokes.
I really don't think he does.
Yeah. I don't know anything about a big swing. Is it like a playground? Is it...
Do you know why Dick would have my birth certificate?
He kind of... damn it, I rolled somewhat high on that, and with his intelligence. He's like, I imagine it would have to do with that piece of paper that you showed me, but I promised I would not go down that path.
Promise too.
You. When you guys showed me that piece of paper, I told you I'd just share information and not do anything else with it. But if I was a betting man, that piece of paper came from somewhere, if I'm not incorrect. And if somebody had the rest of where that came from, might be looking for connections around that. Because I don't remember what's on your piece of paper. I do remember it being a prophecy. And my experiences with prophecies is there's almost always an interpretation that comes along with it. And you didn't have an interpretation. So just as much as you're trying to piece together what that prophecy means, he's probably trying to piece together the interpretation without the prophecy.
Okay. And then I'm just gonna like the rest of my drink.
Give me a con save again.
Ooh. I lost that one too. Please hold.
Please hold.
We're gonna pull out the big guns then. 15. You're
Oh.
sobered up talking to Bobby.
Yeah, that moment you take that last sip of it and everything like that of like, oh shit, he has the other piece of the puzzle basically. He's been trying to fill in the missing holes of his side of it. You're trying to fill in the missing holes. Okay, so if he has your birth certificate, he's getting closer.
It's getting closer. And if he has my birth certificate, I think it's fair to assume that he knows what I look like and all those other things too.
Possibly. But not 100%. You just know he has your birth certificate. So, you give me an insight check. And we'll end with this.
Ooh, 23.
Perfect. You know if he has your birth certificate, and that's the main thing that was in that document. Nothing else was thrown in there with it. You might have somebody in your group that you could say, hey, what all could you find about me if you had just my birth certificate? And with that, we call it a night. Because I'm seeing a lot of yawning and I just realized it was 9:40.
Ooh, yeah.
So
Not bad.
that is where we will end this session of Legends in the Making. So, any last questions before we call it a night? Before Shannon keeps doing all of her hearts and stuff?
Jesus.
Nothing. Well,
No.
all right. With that being said, everyone, thank you for watching this session of
Rise and villains take their chance. In this urban jungle, don't be fooled by the glamour. Behind the closed doors, evil raises its banner.